give us more about this book? Yeah, Lorton Penitentiary. Rules are meant to be broken. Can you give us a little bit more about this?
Yes, Lorton Penitentiary. When I started to write the book, I didn't know what I was going to write about. I just started writing it, and halfway through, it was a common theme in the book. I was like, Jay, you breaking a lot of rules in this daggone book. So, so the book actually wrote the title. So, and I didn't want to write a book all on prison violence. I wanted to write a well-rounded book. That's why I highlighted certain people who was incarcerated down there who doing positive things on the street. Because you got a lot of people who was incarcerated down Lorton, and they doing amazing things on the street today. And I'm gonna shout some of them out if you don't mind. Dominic,
Sure.
Skip Henry, Kareem, Moat, Terry Miles, Buddy Love, Anthony Toot, Mace, LD, uh, the percussionist. I mean, the list goes on and on. So people are more than their worst mistake. And I met some great people behind them gates, correctional officers and inmates. And I just wanted to highlight certain things. I just wanted to rail around the book. I wanted to touch on a lot of different topics and tell my journey while doing so.
And so, when you first you okay, so let's just I'm gonna put that out there. Like, you wrote the book, published it. Was it self-published or
It was self-published. So let me say this: when I wrote the book, I really didn't know what I had. So I sent it to my cousin Benny Kyler because I know he's gonna keep it real with me. He gonna say, Jay, if it's some garbage, he gonna say, Jay, this some garbage. So I wrote it and I sent it to him, and he said, Jay, you got something here. Okay, so I didn't want to just take his word. So I got a cousin named Joyce Kyler. She's very analytical, right? She was actually my proofreader too.
okay?
Yeah, so I wrote the book and I sent it. I mean, then I sent it to her, and she said, "Jay, you got something," because I wasn't gonna publish it.
Mm.
Said that that's when I end up looking for an editor, and I put the book out.
And you put okay. So once that book was out, and you wrote the book, but when you actually physically, had this book that was published that you wrote about your journey, like, what was your first reaction? What was going through your mind at the time when you first, had this book and a copy was in your hands and this was something that you put together?
This is so crazy because once I wrote the book, I'm really an introverted person. I'm the type of person that I'm the people that I grew up with. That's who I'm close to today,
Mm-hmm.
most part, other than some of the people in the book. So when I wrote the book, I wasn't going to even promote it.
So you did it for you?
Yeah, I just wrote the book. So my cousin Benny, he like, no man, you got to promote the book. So we went back and forth about me actually promoting the book. I said, man, I done my job. I'm not trying to make any money off of this book or whatever. I'm just it was just me. I'm not an author, so
Yes, you are.
well, I
Or at
don't
the time?
right. I didn't
Mm.
consider myself an author, so I put the book out, and then it started making a buzz. So I said, well, let me get out of my comfort zone, and voila, I'm here in front of
Yeah,
you.
and I'm glad you did. Yeah, sometimes I'm glad you see you hit that on the nail on the head. Get out your comfort zone, get out your own way,
Exactly.
and there you have it. And because people need to hear, see and understand that this is not a game, and hope that it reach and then obviously reach many people.
Mhm.
So I appreciate you actually putting that out there. So